What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel 2. Last time, we finished off what we had to do at Thor's for the day, so everyone is now back at their dorm, at the Class 7 dorm. We spent some time going around talking to everybody, but we still have a few people left to check in on, respectively, just Sarah and probably Sharon, who's downstairs, and wherever Celine is hanging out at. So we're going to do that and end things off for the night and get started on the final free day for Class 7. Okay, Sarah's looking at her map. Hello, instructor. Something on your mind, instructor? Heh, you could say that. I've been mulling over how things are going to be come next month, but all this soul searching's giving me a headache. Well, it'll probably feel strange being back with the guild for the first time in 2 years. But I bet they'll be glad to have you back. Things are probably going to be really rough out there, even with you taking up the life of a bracer again. Bracer life, oh my god, can I, start that over? Things are probably going to be rough over there, even with you taking up the bracer life again. There we go. No doubts there. I can already see plenty of traveling abroad in my future after what happened over in Crossbell. And I imagine it'll keep getting harder and harder for us bracers to operate here, too. What's with the sad puppy look? There's no reason for you to feel ashamed of what you've chosen to do. I'm proud to have a student like you who can stand up and make the tough choices life thrusts on us. Thanks, instructor. I'll try to just grin and bear it for now. Attaboy, sticking it out through the hard times with a smile will put you on the fast track to becoming a great man. Just make sure you don't try to shoulder too much. All that'll do is turn you into a jaded grump. Everything in moderation, okay? Thanks? I haven't joined the intelligence division. I have no plans to. I'm going to keep responding to the request, but only if I'm comfortable doing what they're asking. And I can promise you I'll never do anything that would put me in conflict with the guild or put the innocents' lives at risk. I don't know what the future will bring for me, but that's the creed I want to stand by. I know, don't worry. No matter what happens, you'll always be my student. So go out there, live your life, and grow into such a heartthrob I won't be able to take my eyes off you. Well, I'll try. Well, everyone's gonna have their eyes on him because he's the hero of Erebonia. Obviously, he's not the only one. He's just the only one that got put in the papers. Celine, the couch is open. Whatever. Yawn. Oh, there you are. You look bored, Celine. I guess I am. My work's done at this point. I feel like I aged a few decades as soon as the war came to an end. Come on now. Feels a bit strange to be saying it after the fact, but you fought pretty well over in Crossbell. You've really mastered piloting Valimar. I'd like to think so anyway. I feel like I could pull off just about anything with him now. And to think I couldn't do half as much with him when I was first starting out. You do realize you just admitted you were totally useless, right? I wonder if you're going to be okay without us, you know? Valimar must have drawn the short straw to end up with a budding awakener like you. Thanks for worrying about me all the time, Celine. Excuse me? What makes you think I was worried about you? Just about everything. For what I can tell, you've always worried about me. Back in the beginning when I didn't know anything about piloting, you were always there to guide me through our battles. I doubt I would have come this far if you didn't have my back. So thank you for all of it. Why do you always have to be like this? There are parts of the legends passed down in the clan that not even Emma and I know about. But just bear this one thing in mind. Divine Knights have incredible power. They can become devils just as easily as they can become gods. Don't worry, I know, and I won't forget. Anyone in my position needs to know the difference between right and wrong. I'm well aware of that. That's fine then. Anyway, good luck, I guess. If you really need it, I can always come and help out. Alright, and last but not least, Sharon. Oh, good evening, Master Rean. I thought you had already retired for the evening. How would you like for me to put together some supper? Supper is supposed to be like after dinner, right? Like supper is like a different meal. I appreciate the I just growing up, no one really used supper that much as like a word for, you know, mealtime. I appreciate the offer, but I think I've eaten more than I should have as it is. Your cooking is really delicious, Sharon. I was starting to miss it after not having it for so long. It was my pleasure to cook for you all again, so I pulled out all the stops with this one. Seeing all of you happily indulging my handiwork always makes every second of the preparation worth it. Haha. Is something the matter, Master Rean? I was just thinking about how you haven't changed a bit. I'm not sure it's my place to ask, but is everything alright over at Ouroboros? I can't help but wonder how things turned out. Vita seemed really shocked. I'm afraid I haven't a clue. No word of what's been happening in the society has reached my ears since then. I have no idea where the second Anguis is now. Nor do I know what happened regarding the Phantasmal Blaze plan after the Chancellor declared he was taking it over. And quite frankly, none of it is my concern. The answers won't change who I am, and it won't suddenly cause me to shift priorities. I am and will always be a proud mate of the Reinford family. Not because of the freedom we enforcers are granted, but because that is simply who I am. Much like how you, being the Ashen Chevalier, doesn't change how you are also a proud member of Class 7. Haha, I suppose you're right. And no matter what happens to you in the future, never lose sight of who you really are. It's almost time for me to return to Rower. But should you ever need me again, I will gladly rush to your side. Thank you, Sharon. I'm glad I can stay with you for a while. Stay here. I'm glad you can stay here for a while longer. Yeah, my eyes move too fast for my brain sometimes. I'm reading letters that are on a second line before I even finish the first line. It's too late to be wandering out. What are you worried about? What do you mean it's too late to be wandering out? What's gonna happen if you go out late at night? No one's gonna be able to hurt you. Wonder if I just hang out in my room until it's time to go to bed. Yep, let's do it. I guess I'll turn the radio on. Not that you're expecting to hear a certain someone's voice.
先日のクロスベル併合を受けて帝国企業の株価は大幅に上昇しました。またラインフォルトグループは大規模な役員交代を発表したばかりですが、来期の業績見込みは早くも好調とみられています。
今週から日曜日のこの時間に新しいトーク番組が始まります。番組名はアーベントタイム、夕べの時間。なんかベタですけど、何事も基本と王道は大事ってことで。進行パーソナリティは私ことミスティがまったり務めさせていただきます。
Yeah, but she was also like a well-known like singer, actress, whatever you want to call it. And now she's just vanished. I wonder where Vita is now. I get the feeling she actually enjoyed doing a bedtime, but it's not like she could have kept going after all this. Oh, I wonder who that could be. Hello? Oh, hi, Elise. Elise?
はい、エリザです。夜分遅くにいきなり申し訳ありません。今大丈夫でしょうか?
Oh, not at all. I'm just not used to you calling me. Are you calling from school?
はい。姫様がそうしろと熱心に勧めてくるもので、 ちょっと慣れませんけど、手紙と違って兄様の声が聞こえるのはすごくいいですね。
I guess she's not used to using an Arcus to talk. I was pretty surprised when I heard your voice too. You weren't really the one for phone calls back home either.
大した用事があったわけじゃないんです。ただ、クロスベルからお戻りになったというお手紙をちょうど今日受け取って。
Oh. Oh, that was fast. I only sent it a couple days ago. I'm sorry it even had to be a letter. I really was planning to pay you a visit, but it didn't work out.
いいえ、お忙しいでしょうし、気になさらないでください。兄様こそ、本当にお疲れ様でした。伝え聞く活躍ぶり、妹としても鼻が高いです。
Thanks. I didn't do all that much though, really. Half of what the Imperial Chronicle is reporting is massively overblown.
わかりました。
Is something wrong?
いいえ。
Just like everybody else.
今夜はこれで失礼しますね。
Right. Night, Elise. I'll come and see you as soon as I can, okay?
いいえ。それには及びません。おやすみなさい、兄様。どうか良い夢を。
Huh? She seems somehow odd. Well, she's probably just nervous talking over the phone. It was kind of awkward for me when I first started using one, too. Well, everyone's been weird around you. Tomorrow's gonna be my final free day of the year. I guess I should do all my prep work for next week today so I can make the most of it. Here we go. March 13th. Free day. Good morning, world. Oh my god, 5? There are 2 required ones. We're not doing this one. I can already, this is like the ultimate fishing challenge thing. We are not doing it. I'm just, because obviously I haven't focused on fishing at all in this game. And I remember doing it my first playthrough, and no matter how hard I tapped to try and do this, I could not beat it. So I'm not going to do this one, unfortunately. Let's talk Trista, Michael from the radio station, Junk Wanted, a bunch of students are helping us put on a flea market. Oh, we're gonna battle Patrick? Okay. Race to end all races. Oh, we're gonna race Angelica, okay. There's one from the radio station, a request from the help of the flea market. These all seem worth doing and pretty fitting for the last free day of the year, too. It's only about 9 in the morning, so I've got plenty of time to work through everything. Let's get to work. Yeah, don't worry, I remember. Is anyone still here? Oh, and no bonding events either, which makes sense because our final bonding event, you know, was the one we had with Laura before we started the whole Heimdallar thing. Your classmates have already gone out for the day. I do so hope they enjoy their final free day here to its fullest, and that goes for you as well. I'll have an even grander dinner than yesterday's waiting for when you all finally come back. How nice. So I guess really everyone's not here. Yeah. Wait. Oh, Alice is on the academy field. Our final walk through Trista. Oh, hey, Milliam. What's up? Marguerite asked me to help her catch that second year over there, so I did. Who would have thought all the elite intelligence division training would actually come in handy someday? Now I'm just waiting to see what happens next. If he tries to escape, me and Lammy are gonna stop him by any means necessary. What, Nido-same? Look, just promise me you won't let her talk you into doing anything illegal, okay? Oh, jeez. Yeah, like, you see the bonding event circle, but there's obviously no number on it. I'm guessing this is for the flea market quest. Oh, hey, Alan. The Wind Orchestra is going to be performing at the flea market today, so I'm going to bring Bridget a bite to eat. She's always there to cheer me on at the fencing club, so it's my turn to do the same. I mean, that's what any good boyfriend would do. Uh-huh. Hey, man, I wasn't judging. Howdy, Reen. You know, sometimes I feel bad about how much we shopkeepers ask of you. Sorry about that. Seriously, it's no sweat. I actually find it kind of fun. This is the last free day of the year, too, so I might as well make the most of it, right? Time sure flies, doesn't it? You really have been doing this for a whole year now. Still, this is no time to be getting all misty-eyed thinking about the past. We got work to do. So let's get to it. Sounds good. Your request said you needed some help with your flea market stall, right? Something about not having as many items to sell as you were hoping for? You got it. The market itself's a joint effort between us merchants and some of the students. But the whole thing's being tossed together on short notice, so people haven't had much time to donate items for our stall. That's a shame. After all the work that's gone into it, I'm sure everyone wants the flea market to be a big hit. But you can't stay open very long if your stall doesn't have much to sell. Hit the nail right on the head there, Reen. So what I want you to do is go around and see if you can find anything for us. Think you can help us out one last time? How could I say no to that? But how many more items are we talking about here? Well, one more would be appreciated, but 2 would be ideal. More than that, and you'd be my favorite person in Trista. It might not be easy to find anything, though. I mean, as brief as the window was, we did ask people to donate. I guess most of the people who just had stuff on hand... Wait. I'd guess most of the people who just had stuff on hand to give us have already done so. I get you, so I'll have to sniff out items that got ignored for whatever reason, probably. I don't even know where to start. I'll see what I can do, though. Thanks, counting on you. Yeah, I'm not even sure where to look. But, I guess we'll see. Hey, Teisel. Oh, there's a bunch of exclamation points. Oh, that's the fishing one down there, so I'm not doing that one. I guess going to the pawn shop might be a good place to start for this one. Whoa, Lumber Blitz is making a comeback? That's promising. Is that a horse? Good to see you again, Mick. Back in the horse racing saddle again, I see. Don't get smart, but yeah, now that the racetrack's open again, I'm back in my element. I'm really glad I told you kids to go out there and get that war ended. I don't want to live in a world without the spring races. Look, I can tell you ain't happy about the whole hero thing, but just try to take it one step at a time. You can't exactly run away from being the Ashen Chevalier, so you might as well work on dealing with that burden. Yeah, you're right. Valmar's part of my life now, so it's time I start thinking about what that means for me from here. Good. But don't get started just yet. It's your last free day of the year. You're not gonna want to waste it worrying. Take a day off. I think I might. If anyone in this town has stuff they can't sell to save their life, it's gotta be Mick. I wouldn't be surprised if he had something to donate to the flea market. Maybe I should ask. Kid, I run a pawn shop. Why would I want to donate my stuff to a flea market for free when I could sell it to some sucker here? Raise a good point. And business is booming, I'll have you know. If you want something from me, you're going to have to give me something in return. See, that's the beauty of capitalism. There's no way there isn't at least one thing here I'll never be able to sell. Wonder if there's something I can do to cheer him and make him feel a little more generous. Yeah, man, I can't wait for the spring races to start. I'm gonna have to win big and kick this year off right. Oh good, more irresponsible gambling. Why am I not surprised? Still, that might be a good starting point. Maybe I could try and find something horse-related to give him. Oh boy, it's gonna be one of those things. Class 7 dorm? What are we gonna find in here? I never thought it was possible for this room to get any messier until now. I mean, I know she's busy with getting all her work in order before she leaves. Would it really be that much extra effort to get rid of those bottles or at least stand them up? She said she was gonna be getting ready to move out soon too. Maybe I should go and remind her. Was this somehow related to the quest, I guess? I mean, it was a green exclamation point. Guess we'll find out. Yeah, I mean, where else is she gonna be? Shocking. What brings you here? Finally built up the courage to ask me to treat you to a drink? Because you know I'd be happy to. When I tell you I'm too young to drink, do you just hear a bunch of static, or is there some other problem? I'm here to tell you might want to get started on getting your room in order. Because you're going to regret if you leave it until the last minute and end up panicking over getting everything done. Well, you know... Actually, now that I think about it, I'm sure it'll all work out. I know Sharon would be more than happy to help. No, anything but that. I'll find you in, I'll get right on it. But you're gonna be helping me since this was all your idea. Well, I suppose I've got some time to kill anyway, so sure. That's much better. Yo, you're a real lifesaver. Didn't think that'd wear me out so much. I'll go toss the rest of the garbage out, so you stay here and rest up. Blessed is the instructor who has capable students, for upon them shall the thrust of bulk of the work. Even if that's what you're thinking, do you have to actually say it right when I'm within earshot? Alright, let me give you these. You really helped me out today, but don't think of this as a reward. It's just that I finished them already. Might as well take them. The last thing I need is a pile of books weighing down my luggage. Carnelia collection. Are you just dumping your old books on me and trying to play it off as some generosity, or am I missing something? You wound me, Reen. With how well you know me, thanks for taking them off my hands. Give them a read, or don't. Whatever you want, they're yours now. Now that I look at these, they seem like they might be worth selling at the flea market. Guess I found my first thing to sell then. I can take these over now, but I'm betting I can turn up more things in need of cheap selling like this. Can we actually look at it? Like, do we actually have it? No, okay. Like, obviously the Carnelia collection is the Carnelia books that we have to read at some point, but I guess we can't read them in this game. Alright, well, that was helpful. Yeah, we do have to go to the radio station as well. Recently, my duties have largely consisted in keeping Master Vincent hidden away from Lady Margarita. But this time I thought it'd be best they did encounter one another, and was consciously derelict in said duties. After all, Master Vincent is a noble gentleman. He needs to be able to solve these sorts of problems on his own. But it seems today is the day that he will And this saga will meet its end. A shame, too. I was rather enjoying it. I wonder what Vincent would think of that. Margarita, I put this off for long enough. Allow me this chance to be completely honest with you. I am afraid I cannot possibly enter into matrimony with you. But what of our engagement? What of our dream to have 10 children and carry on our family's legacies? I don't recall agreeing to either of those things. Still, I have a duty to fulfill. A duty I must take as a man of the Empire. A duty to support this nation. Which means I can't be focusing my attention on love and women right now. I do hope you understand. He's entirely serious, too. As tragic as it is, if he is unable to get married to me right now because he has a duty to fulfill... Wait, right now? Did he... He did say right now, didn't he? That would mean... Oh, no. Well, sorry, Vincent. At least you're free for the time being. How's it going, Michael? Michael, good to see you again. Oh, you're here, great. It really has been a while, Rean. Last time I saw you, you weren't even famous. What do you say? Want to give Radio Trista an exclusive interview? I'll pass. Besides, at the end of the day, I'm just a student. I don't want to be made into some national hero. Ah, nuts. Fair enough, I guess. That's not what you're here for anyway. You're here to help me with the new talk show I'm working on for Radio Trista. A new talk show finally replacing a bedtime? Gone before its time, truly. I still think of it as a success, though. So I want to take what we learned there and put it all into a new show with the same vein to establish the talk show genre. See, this one's got a theme to it, towns. We'll focus on a different town or city in every broadcast. We're gonna try and get to the heart of what makes each city we visit great, straight from the local mouths. Our first show is gonna be a test case, and I'm gonna need your help with it. Fine by me. But since you're asking me, I take it the first town to be covering is Trista. That's right, our own backyard helps that this place has got way more famous after the war. It's gonna do wonders for our ratings. New shows live and die on those numbers. So do radio stations, actually. The battle in Heimdallr gave us a bit of a boost, but our listenership isn't what it used to be. Now's our chance to win back their hearts and ears from those bastards at the Imperial Chronicle Radio. Should've seen that coming. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone who can replace Misty, which doesn't exactly help matters. But even though we're not ready to air yet, I want to get a feel for how the show's gonna work as soon as I can. So basically, I want you to go around get comments from people of Trista about what makes this town great. Sound like something you can do for me? Not a problem. But do you have any guidelines for me, or should I just start asking everyone I see why they like this town? I sure do. Why don't we limit it to 5 comments for now? And diversify a little. 1 from an elderly, from a kid, from a worker. And given that we're kind of a school town, 1 from a student and 1 from a teacher should round things out nicely. Try to get a hard-working first year for the student comment, and someone who won't mess with us for the teacher one. So, not Sarah. Got it. Got it. Sounds like a good mix of people. I'll see what I can do. Thanks! Let me know once you got all the comments we need. Best of luck! Ugh. Oh, well, I guess we got our kid. I know I'm kind of doing multiple jobs at once, but why not? I bet Teisel would give me a good comment for the child category. I'd really get my comment read on a new radio show? Well, in that case, I'll happily give you one. If you wouldn't mind. Let's see here. I think the thing that makes Trista great is its pleasant, relaxing scenery. In spring, you've got the Lino flowers. In fall, you have the falling leaves. Each season is beautiful in its own way. It's close to Heimdallr too, so I think everyone should come and look if they get the chance. How'd I do? Was that okay? Well, I knew I was going to mess it up somehow. No, that was perfect. Thank you for sharing. Alright, well, if you say so. Thanks, Teisel. Sad we gotta finally say our goodbyes to Teisel. Hi, Edel. I plan on starting up my own nature conservation society once I graduate. My greatest desire is to bring smiles to the faces of everyone in Erebonia by filling the country with flowers. I'm certain that doing so would bring so much good to the world that war would become a thing of the past. I hope so. Shocking to see them shopping together. Oh, they have all of them. Well, they have all the normal Gambler Jacks. But we already have them all. Hello, you two. Eustace, I hope you know I intended on buying that political textbook you have in your hand. And here I was ready to purchase it because I'd heard it could prove useful in running the Cruisin province. But this is the last copy. How should we go about solving this problem? I have an idea. The Academy chess clubs are facing off against each other again later today. I know the upper class students were looking for a helper for their team, so why don't we use that to settle this? Very well, I've been hoping for a rematch anyway. Oh, just kiss already. That's a funny line. Alright, I think that's it for this area. Well, in Trista itself. Fidelio? It's a tradition for the photography club to collect pictures we've taken over the past year into a yearbook. Once Rex and I finish taking photos today, we'll be able to finalize this year's. It'll be the perfect way to commemorate both my final free day and the 2 amazing years I spent as a Thor student. Very nice. Obviously, this is the fishing job. Yeah, Kenneth and Annabelle, which obviously we're not going to do. Like I said, that fishing quest is just impossible. I mean, I'm sure it's not impossible if you keep up with fishing throughout the game. Now that the war is over, peace is slowly starting to return to the Empire. That's a good thing, of course, but what? Oh, nothing specific. I'm just a little nervous, that's all. It feels as if the war's end was just the beginning of something else. Something that will affect this entire continent. What kind of something? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to worry you. Please don't worry about it. After all, today's a day for celebration. We shouldn't be occupying our thoughts with things like that. That was very cryptic and concerning. Wonder if anyone's hanging out up here. Oh, hey. Lade works here in Trista, obviously. Maybe she'll give me a comment for Michael's new radio show. Really? That's an interesting idea. I don't know how useful my opinion will be, but if you want me to, I'm happy to throw my 2 mirror in. By all means. What makes Trista so great to me? I have to say it's because we're a town with pride. No matter how many times the people here fall, they always get back up and keep moving forward. They don't let anything stop them from achieving their dreams and keep working hard until they're realized. Everyone has a deep sense of personal pride, and it makes me proud to be able to support people like that. I'm sure the next year will pose us a number of new challenges, but I can say with confidence we will prevail. I couldn't agree more. Thank you for the comment. Oh, not at all. I hope you can use it. Thanks, Lottie. Upper class students. They really don't want you going into those rooms. Alright, well, not much to do here then. Oh, hey, Klein's back. Morning, Klein. How was your time with the Imperial Army? Super informative, actually. Not that I can tell you much about it, since most of what they showed me is classified. Yeah, I figured it must be tough to be in the army and have to keep your mouth shut all the time. Even though I'm happy I went, it's kind of nice to be away from all that. Speaking of, why don't we hop in the pool for a bit? It's not a practice day, but I can still get the key easy enough. Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's do it. Glad to have Klein back. Female student. They really don't want you exploring the other dorms. Although this dorm, obviously, is much bigger than ours. Oh, hey, Monk. Have you heard the rumors about Radio Trista starring a brand new show soon? Yeah, I'm helping with it. Oh, I can hardly wait to see what sort of show it is. He'd probably be super excited to hear that we're helping with it. Realistically, he'd be more, well, I feel like he's a harder person to talk to than Reen is. Reen is much more of a people person. Oh, hey, the janitor. You know, the janitor might know where I can get something for a flea market. He might have donated everything he had already, but there's no harm in asking. Oh, you're looking for items for the market too, are you? Afraid I already donated anything I had to give. Sorry about that. No worries, I figured as much. With Becky and Hugo as worked up as they are, I'd be shocked if they hadn't asked him a long time ago. But even though I'm out of items, that doesn't mean I'm out of ideas. There was some student who asked me to collect something they didn't need just a while ago. They told me it was pretty hefty though, so I haven't gone and done it yet. Who knows, maybe that's something you could sell at the flea market. Really? Yeah, it could definitely be worth looking into. Who was it? I don't remember the name. All I remember is that they were a second year. They also told me they wanted me to pick up, well, what they wanted me to pick up was the result of hours and hours of club work, so that might help. Okay. So I'm on the lookout for a second year who's really dedicated to their club. Sure, I can do that. Thanks for the help, Guyler. Not at all, I just wish I could have been more helpful. Alright, so who's hanging out where here? Gaius is in his club room, of course. Celine's on the roof. Emma in the library. Toa at Student Union. Fee and Laura in the gym. Elliot in the auditorium. And Alisa on the academy field. That's likely where Patrick is, too. Main building, gymnasium. There's a lot. Really a lot for us to do. I think before ending the video, we can come in here and say hi to Emma real quick. Oh, and Thomas. There seem to be a few students around who are choosing to spend their final free day in Heimdallr and not here. Still, there's no harm in that. The city seems to be completely back to normal. Very odd, isn't it? It's normal on the surface, at least. I find it shocking there's so many people willing to dismiss all that happened as a result of collective hallucination. The fragments of a great power destined to be drawn to one are forced to collide over and over and over. And every time the truth of what happened disappears from the memories of all, that's how the system works. Maybe this is part of that system Vita mentioned. Oh, this is just so fascinating, though. The empire that we live in has so many secrets left to reveal, I can hardly suppress my astounding curiosity. I'm more frustrated and sad than anything. A lot of people lost their lives as a result of what happened, and the thought that people are just forgetting it all is... then that's all the more reason we who do remember should never forget. As long as you keep remembering, he will always live on. In your hearts, at least. Instructor Thomas? Sorry, I couldn't resist the urge to try and sound cool. It's the year's final free day. I thought I should say at least one teacher-like thing. That's my quota filled. But what you said was very comforting to me. Thank you. Thanks, Thomas. Dorothy. Our predecessor certainly wrote some interesting things, that's for sure. It seems that some of them may have shared certain affinities of mine, in fact. Oh, Lord. Oh, Eidos, this isn't good. I'm getting so lightheaded that the words are all starting to blur together. Dorothy and I are here to do a little research for the short story anthology we're working on. The librarian was kind enough to get the anthologies put together by previous graduates out of the storage for us. They're all so wonderful too. I hope we'll get to write something this warm and sweet someday. Anyone on the second floor? Okay, anyone with a name on the second floor? No. Alright, well, I think this is a good stopping point. So next time we're going to continue running around Thor's, talking to people, as well as handling our requests. Obviously, the two mandatory requests are at the engineering building and on the academy field, which one's obviously going to be a battle, which is pretty wild to me because we haven't had a battle in a very long time. Our last battle would have been when Rain and Crow fought against the Vermilion Apocalypse. I think that would have been the last fight. But yeah, so we'll continue on next time and enjoy the rest of our free day. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.